She's the one editing.
Oh.
I'm the one that holds the plush sheet during this. It's my thing.
She don't like change, bro. She don't like the change.
Hey, what is up, everybody? You already know what it is. It is episode 4 of the Cuz Buzz, and you can see we got 2 guests today. So, my name's Selena.
Golden Jade. Justin. Name's Justin, guys.
Oh my god.
Jason.
What was that?
And Maddie.
Big yawn, huh?
Come on.
This podcast, you go to sleep.
But yeah, unfortunately, we only have one mic for this episode, so if the audio kind of gets echoey, you can't hear somebody, I'm going to try my best in editing. Hopefully, we can hear everybody in the end.
Not professional, bro. Not professional. Don't listen.
Wow, he's the one that has a second mic.
What? Who?
You!
Oh. Nice to hear. I was like, dude, what? This whole time? Whoa.
But today's podcast topic, in the last episode we said like, oh, we might talk about gaming, but I feel like with what's going on lately and the fact that we're all like Asian Americans and what's going on today, we should probably talk about like what's going on. So everybody, I assume everybody knows like what's been happening, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been happening since February. Like, there's a lot of people targeting like the elderly of the Asian community, and there's a lot of murders or like they're just harming the Asian, like the elderly. And now there was this guy. He basically targeted 3 different Asian massage spas, and 6 out of 8 of the victims that died were Asian American.
Really? Oh, 6?
Yeah. Six of the 8. I mean, in total, there were 8. They're all women that died, but 6 out of the 8 were Asian American.
That's disturbing as hell. And then we got another one.
There was another shooting.
Yeah, in Colorado.
That was in like a
yeah.
supermarket or something.
Oh, supermarket.
Is that one like a? It's like an Asian supermarket.
I don't know what the motive
I
of that
don't know
one
what
is, but it's just there's like a shooting at a supermarket.
Yeah, I think that's like.
But I don't know if it's
10
Asian though.
I don't know about the market, but I know that I don't know. I read it. I thought like six victims on that shooting is like 6 to 8 Asian American people.
Right. Well,
Why is it all like occurring now though? Like I know Asians have been targeted since like when Corona started because it came from China and Trump called it the Chinese virus. And so
I feel like this has been like an ongoing thing. Like people just like Asians have been targeted, but now it's just like a lot of media has been showing on it because I think
it's coming to light now.
Yeah, it's coming to light now. There's like people reporting it and like media is actually covering it. I mean, at least the media I've seen, they've been covering it well. There's some that could have done better and done their research, but I think because of the pandemic and how like, oh, it's like the Chinese virus, and like when Trump was in office, he like used that, the name for the pandemic. And so a lot of people are just kind of like following Trump, like, oh, like it's the Chinese virus, it's like it's Chinese people's fault, and also just goes into stereotype like, oh, like all Asians are the same, like they're all Chinese. Like I've been seeing a lot of like posts of people who are like Asian, or like people just been spitting at them, kicking them, pushing them, like, oh, go back to China, and they're like, I'm not even Chinese, like I was born here, like I'm American, like I'm Asian American.
I feel like last 6 months, Asian Americans had it the pardest.
Last 6 months?
Yeah, past 6 months. Like everything starts going boom, boom, boom. You remember how the restaurant, people trying to break in?
Oh,
all those Asian restaurants.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't really think about like how that tied in at the time. So like we have a family business and it was broken into. These 2 guys were trying to break in, but it was a 3-panel glass, so they weren't able to break through all the layers. But at that same time, I heard there's other like Asian small businesses in that area were also getting broken in, and in my mind I didn't even think about like, oh, they were all Asian businesses, but really I was just thinking like, oh, they're all like trying to break in and get like the POS system. That's like what they were stealing. Maybe that's what it is, and it just so happened it's Asian. But now that this has happened and thinking about that, I think it was like all leading up to this big.
Did they ever attack the sushi place?
No, they didn't attack the place next door, the sushi place now.
So weird.
Yeah, that is weird. What the heck? Has anyone like attempted to break in there?
No, I don't think so.
What the?
Just like they looked at our business like, oh yeah, that one next door? No.
It was like a small thing. Oh yeah, It's not very.
I don't know. I think just like nowadays, it's just kind of like I don't feel comfortable like leaving the house, or like because I am Asian, and there's also just been a lot of attacks on like.
I didn't think about myself. I didn't put that into perspective. Like, oh, like
Because
I
we
should
are
be
like,
worried.
I don't know, like there's also been a lot of attacks of just like girls just like, you know, walking in broad daylight and they just murdered. Like she's on the phone. It was like, I think in London or something. It's a girl walking in broad daylight on the phone with her boyfriend wearing bright colors, like long sleeve, all that stuff. And she just murdered in broad daylight. And it just makes me scared
And for
because like,
what?
I don't know the full story. Like just being a girl and I'm also Asian. I just don't feel comfortable leaving the house. And the fact that we have a family business, I get scared for like my own parents because like the people in that shooting, they were somebody's mom, sister, aunt, grandma type of thing. I just don't understand like why people have to be like this.
Maybe they're just having a bad day, dude.
It's sarcasm because that's what was in the report. He was having a bad day.
Some
That's an
bullshit. That's some
excuse.
bullshit.
We all have bad days. Like you don't see
You don't
me
express
doing
it in
that.
murder.
If I had a bad day, I'd eat 3 strings of cheese, bro. 3 strings of cheese. No, kidding.
Has
Yeah.
anyone ever experienced like someone being racist to them?
For being Asian.
My
Yeah.
whole life, especially sports.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how? Like
Let's see. I got what, racism in Medford. Got these 2 defenders like talking back to me. It's
What
like,
did
man,
they
go back
say?
to your country, you know that kind of stuff. You know, some Asian.
Mhm.
But I mean, we won the game. You know, I scored 2 goals. That's it. And the other one was Vegas. It's from this team's from Chicago. And then this guy was like saying like, oh, you know, go back to your country, all that kind of shit, you know, all that kind of stuff.
were you the only Asian in your soccer team?
Yeah.
Was your school like predominantly white, or there's like
No,
a lot of
he
people?
was. This is his club, bro.
This is
Oh,
a club. This is a club.
Oh,
This is a club.
club.
Yeah,
I'll set you
I
fucking-
don't
set
race.
you
I don't
fucking
think
fucking
any
out.
yeah. What the, come on. Yeah, this is club team.
It's always the club team.
High school, no, you don't get nothing.
I remember this one time my mom and I were driving and I saw this white guy in his car and he was looking at us and my mom didn't see him but I turned over. He took his hands off the wheels and squinted his eyes and like stuck out his tongue at my mom and I was like, what the fuck?
What?
Like,
What?
why?
What?
Like,
What was
Something
the
to do
need?
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
what was the
I don't
need to
know.
do
I
that?
literally just looked over and this guy is looking at me and then he just like squints his eyes like, you know, like that and then he just continues driving.
What car was he driving?
I don't know. It was like a really old beat up like Honda or something. It's like, why would you go out of your way to like,
It's
you
so
know,
random
That-
too.
That defines them a lot.
like,
Old car beat up, right?
yeah, like they have nothing else better to do with their lives.
It's like, man, you know what? I'm having a bad day, guys.
I get people like they'll point like, oh, like your Asian accent came out. I was like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like English wasn't my first language, so yeah, sometimes I still like I say things a certain way because of my parents, and English wasn't their first language as well. But that's the thing. It's just kind of like I hate people do like to just point out like, oh, your Asian accent out, or like people were like, oh, your eyes are so chinky. You're like, oh, we can't see your eyes, ha ha ha.
What were your eyes, dude? You can see.
I can't see them.
Yeah, but then like you know.
I can't see them. Sometimes like that, I can't see. I can't see
Oh,
them.
how like in sports wise, it's like, man, you getting beat by a dude that's blind, you know, because you know they're making fun of us, you know. We say it like it's like a beneficial thing.
Hmm.
Man, yeah, I do. I can shoot a bucket with my eyes closed, and you still.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. That's actually a good one. That's
That's
a good
what I'm
one.
saying. It's like, man, you absolute trash.
That's
You
a-
trash.
that's a good one.
What about you, Leon? People talk shit on the field, don't they?
No,
Not to you?
no,
Nothing?
no.
Wow.
Why would they talk shit? They're like 2 times the size of their body, bro. This dude would just go, yeah, he just line them up. Hell no, come on.
But
I don't know. I just assume like as
we just
on the field y'all talk smack.
we just talk smack. We don't.
No, you don't play anything with like, oh, the color of your skin, basically. I mean, that's good for you then.
Man, that's lucky for you.
Yeah, you're
What the
lucky
heck?
that you run into
Mhm.
something like that.
Usually the people like, oh, this guy's Asian. This guy know how to play. They don't know how to play. You know, they say like they see us like, oh, we're playing like tennis or like
Well,
ping pong, that
You
shit.
know, they see me like, man, what the fuck? This guy's cold. You know, like,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
just stop. They see you're cold. You're like, oh, I'm done. I'm not gonna talk. Like, you got nothing to say. The guy's cold. The guy's cold.
I think sports is where you can face a lot of common racisms in there. And then stream, oh man, my stream is hey, check my streams, you know, golden actions. Anyway, I got my stream. This guy, I was playing that game. This guy, I thought like I set it to like a followers only chat, and then this guy hasn't followed me. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, where does this guy come from? Right? He said something like why are you Asian? I was like,
I saw that last night.
I was like, what the?
No,
Why
I saw
you
I saw
racist?
that one.
I was like, he's like,
and he's like, be black.
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, he's
I saw
like,
that.
be black. I was like, what?
What?
What is this?
Wait, really?
Yeah. I look in this stream. He has no webcam or nothing. He's just streaming the game. I was like, oh my god, this is small, like.
It's
toxic
always like the
small
people that
toxic
have like no
streamers.
profile picture, post nothing. That's just always
Because
has
they all
the most
talk,
to
bro.
say.
They all talk.
They all talk.
Like,
He's
what's it
just
called?
bored. He
I
bored.
don't know if you guys saw this, but like Soulja Boy, you know Soulja Boy, right?
Yeah.
He has like his own GTA roleplay, and this kid came in. He's like, "Your mom's the N-word, right?" And he's streaming, right? And he's like, "So somebody get this guy's IP. Somebody get this IP." And the kid just left. Like, yeah, that was with that bitch. And everyone that comes, like, everyone's like, "All talk." See, that's what happened. All talk. It's like
They have nothing to say. It's
once you get the IP, it's game over, bro.
Yeah.
He was all talking.
Even as all talk, there's a line. There's a line for that shit.
Yeah, they don't.
Come on. This guy said, "Oh, no mercy, no mercy,
No mercy, bro.
We'll send it."
I mean, there's a lot of that on Twitch.
But I mean, if it was like, okay, I mean, I think because like the times change, of course, yeah. But if it was like Modern Warfare 2 days, World at War days, Call of 4 days, it's all jokes. We all know it's jokes, but like
No,
now
it's all
it's
racism everywhere.
Yeah.
Racism is everywhere.
Like, yeah, I'm sure.
Stop racism. 2021. Come on, man.
And people say it
Some
doesn't
bullshit.
exist anymore. Like it was left back in like the slave days or the 1960s.
I feel like the people that say like, oh, it doesn't exist, either they just never experienced it, or they just don't even really like
They're just
notice
ignorant.
it, or they just like ignore it and don't really want to do anything to help that person. It's just funny how like the whole Asian wave that's been happening the last few years, and then people now are like just coming after us, and like you eat our food, you enjoy the games that come out, like a lot of things are made in Asia and you're using it, and it's just like, come on.
Oh shit, whack. It's not like I hate it. It's just I'm not so knowledgeable.
It's so controversial because
Yeah.
once you bring it up, like there's already like two sides.
Yeah, like
It
people say
divides
like, oh,
people.
this guy's saying, oh my god,
Yeah.
this guy,
I'm
call
also
you
just
out.
very
It's like,
uneducated about politics, so I have nothing to
Yeah,
say.
I'm not really good at educating. Like, I know what's good and what's bad. Like
Yeah.
but other people have opinions on that shit. Go, oh.
Yeah, but I just think it's just also kind of just like important to share about it, because like we are also like Asian Americans, important to like share about it, like let our other like friends and family know like, hey, this is going on, like we gotta be careful. Like it's sad to say that I have to tell like my parents like, hey, you try to be careful, more aware like when you're out in public, because like you never know like who's watching.
You shouldn't even have to be saying
know.
that.
It's like we should be spreading awareness, but we also should be strong. Like we shouldn't be showing these people like, oh, we're gonna like cower away like what people think about Asians, like, oh, they're very quiet, like they're not gonna do anything. Like I think we need to really spread awareness, stay strong, and also fight to find a way to fix this. Like we can't just like spread it around, but like we're not gonna figure out a way like, hey, we should really stop saying like, oh, it's the Chinese virus, or like you should go back to your country. Like not all of us were born back in Asia. We were born here.
It would be a whole different story if coronavirus came from here.
Yeah, I'm sure if Corona originated in the US, it'd probably be totally different, like how people look at it. Like, oh, I don't think anybody's gonna be saying like, oh, it's the like American virus. I really don't know how you call it.
Honestly,
if it came
I don't
from
know.
here.
I would see that happen.
Call
People
what?
say that if the virus is from here, oh, American virus. Oh, the white virus.
I mean, they had like a new there. Like there's like a stronger strand of COVID like found in Europe, but you don't hear people saying like, oh, it's
yeah.
like the
Like in England or whatever.
like a British
virus.
virus. I don't know what to say because I don't think about it like that. I'm like, oh, there's another strand that's stronger found in Europe.
I wonder. I mean, as Asians and then the like African Americans have worse, but I don't know who's faced like what is it? Worse outcomes. When
I
it comes
feel
to,
like
treatment.
both.
Both. Yeah, both. They both get treated like shit.
We're not. I don't think you should be pointing out like, oh, who had it the worst. Like both has had it
Both,
very
yeah,
badly.
both
and
had
it
bad.
really sucks how like we're not progressing at all. I feel like we're going like backwards here.
Our society is fucked up. Our society is
Trash.
fucking dog.
Lower than
water.
trash.
Fucking dog. Golly.
Hot dog water, bro.
Hot dog.
Hot dog water. Yeah, that's a better way to say it.
Ooh, hot dog water.
How does
I
that
do like it,
TikTok audio go? Your dog water?
Your dog water?
Dog
No
water, Dollar
earnings.
Tree headsets.
No earnings? Holy shit. Fucking- no.
Well, I think that's all I had to say about the topic. I thought it would be nice if we just brought it up because like it's something relevant that's going on, and we are also Asian American. We have a lot of family businesses within our family, and a lot of elderly and our aunts and uncles. Like they're out there still working super hard. Like Asian parents are always working so hard, like not for themselves, for their kids. I don't know. Topic just makes me sad every time.
Ah, it is. I would say look out for the good ones, because not everybody's a bad person. Most of them. But I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, do what you can. Like, if you can spread awareness, like, let people know, like, inform your family. Maybe, carry some pepper spray, taser. I carry those all the time since college.
Bring a Glock, bro.
Tell you, bro. I'm telling you. Once I turn 21, I'm getting a
Glock.
gun. My dad's like, oh, good choice. My mom's like, no.
It's like, wait, this is self-defense.
My dad's like, good choice. And then I told her, like, oh, good for you. Then I was just like, good for
Imagine
you.
you pull out here that Magnum, bro. It's like, yo, what?
You can't carry that.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't, dude.
I think this is a good
I
stopping
don't
point on this
think you could
topic.
carry a 44 Magnum, bro.
Okay.
Today's mood. Mad. Why you mad, bro?
This podcast is sponsored by SeatGeek.
Too soon on that topic.
Oh, see you crazy.
Oh, apparently we're gonna have a mukbang on this side, and we'll have a podcast on this side. Apparently for the second half of the episode.
I've never heard anybody
Wanna
say
try?
mukbang like that.
Sure.
Mukbang.
Mukbang.
Is it
Oh, you don't
mukbang
want-
or
you don't want
mukbang?
those?
I know. I've heard
there's-
people say either.
I know the way that a lot of people say it's incorrect. I don't actually know the correct ones. So don't come for me, but. All right. So for the second half of
Listen. Oh shit, my bad. Hey, you said this is one side of mukbang, and what is this side? What is this called?
podcast.
Oh, podcast. Oh, yeah. Two separate
God.
YouTube video, right? What the shit happened?
God. Anyways, back to what I was saying.
Oh man, you're about to talk about this. Oh, sorry.
Jason,
I
chew
can't-
first.
Yeah, chew, bro.
Chewing.
When you chew, you know what the part.
Here,
about
you
it's
finish
small.
over there?
Yeah.
Basically, what I was trying to say, I saw a TikTok where somebody was saying, like, you know how it's 2021 now. So 2020, how like 2020 was a shit show because that somebody was time traveling back in time to fix everything that's been happening in 2020. So they go back and fix it, and then something else happens that makes things worse. So then they're like, oh shoot, I went back to fix this, but now this is happening, so now I gotta go back. Which is why there's just so many things, just like absolute shit happened in 2020, like back to back to back. So like I believe that time traveling is real, and the butterfly effect is 100% real. I mean, it's already been real,
traveling.
but like
It all started when Harambe died. That's all I gotta say.
Harambe, wasn't that like 2013?
That's when it started. Think about it. Ever since when Harambe died, that's when everything went bad. Don't believe me? Look it up.
Wait, what?
When
Harambe.
Harambe died, that's when everything went bad. Think about it. That's when everything went bad.
Was it in 2013 or 2015? I know it was in high school.
I don't know. No matter what.
Dude, that-
anything that happened was bad. Harambe.
I know. Oh, so ever since like he
Yeah, and since he died,
everything.
everything been, yeah.
Oh.
I'm just think about it. Come on now.
Yeah, I would say so. Like everything from
That's
elementary
crazy.
school to high school is pretty good, and then a lot of awful things happen after high school. Well, like, that's my timeline. Like I was in high school. For you guys, you were still in school.
It's good, dude. It's good.
What?
Yeah, I know it's good. I've eaten that before.
Damn. Shit. Yo, get me out of here, bro. Let me go get him. Bitch. Anyways, go on.
Well, do you guys believe in the butterfly effect? Like where one thing happens, like this
Oh,
will
yeah,
happen,
for
or
sure.
like
Travis.
Like, can you imagine, like, was it elementary school, you have assigned seats, like, the teacher's like, okay, like, Maddie, you're gonna sit next to this person for the rest of the year, like, and then you end up being, like, your best friend. Like, imagine if you weren't seated next to them your whole, like, entire life.
People are
different.
saying, like, your teachers decide, like, who you're going to be friends with.
Yeah,
basically.
So much can change over the littlest things. That's all that.
Oh, keep talking about it. Keep talking. I know you have a lot of
I'm just saying.
Keep talking.
Hey, let's just like that's what you got. You got your TED Talk.
Jason, come on.
I'm just saying in general.
I'm just saying.
Examples. Show examples. Come on.
Yeah.
What kind of examples?
Okay, like what Maddie said. If you sat next to someone.
Okay. Besides that, your
What
examples.
is your personal experience?
My personal experience?
Yeah,
can
you
have
sound
a
like you
personal
had
life.
personal experience here.
Now I need to think of that real quick.
Think about it.
It's gonna be
The
a while. You said
little
think about
things
it. It's
that
gonna be
involve-
long.
We don't
It's gonna be
have
long.
enough of that time.
Alright, just go on. I'll think of it along the way.
Okay, how about you, Leon?
What?
The butterfly effect.
What about the butterfly effect?
Like, do you believe in it? Like, do you
Yeah, I
have
said I
you
believe in it.
experienced it? Like, you ever think about,
Experience it.
like,
How would I know if I experienced it, bro?
well, maybe like you made a decision,
Red
like,
bean?
oh, like I said,
Give me a piece.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh yeah. What do
Oh,
they
there's
put
like
in
no
the?
beans. Just fucking bread, huh? Just bread.
I'll take the bread until now. Wait.
No.
That's together.
No.
Oh, that's
No.
That's together. Sandwich. Man.
Dude, you're gonna drop this on me, and I'm wearing white.
Oh,
Justin, is that taro?
Bro,
You good?
He just
Yeah, you
died.
gonna be, bro. Hey, toilet's over there, bro. Oh, shit. Toilet's over there, bro. Yeah. My stomach hurts.
Yo, breathe. God.
Alright. We're getting distracted here.
This is my example of the butterfly effect. If you're never going to 85 degrees, this will never happen.
Exactly.
Mhm.
If I didn't tell you go wait in that line while I'm waiting in Sephora,
No, we were probably going no matter what. So
then why did you follow us all the way to Sephora to go all the way back?
To be honest, the line got longer.
Yeah, the line got longer.
It did
Yeah.
got way longer. It did got longer.
By the time
I went there. I was like, oh my god. Dude. And you say when it went there, I would have been in the store. But no, it shit went across the whole front of the store.
By the time Maddie and I were done, we were like coming out of Nordstrom, and that's when I saw you guys at the front of the line. I'm like, oh wow, like by the time we're done, like they're already inside.
Wow, that's perfect timing then.
I know. I was about to say something, but then like once I got close to you guys, you already walked in. I was like,
Oh, wait, we kind of was like, oh yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I'm going.
oh, there was nobody to like
No.
do. You just regulate yourself.
Yeah.
When Maddie and I were waiting by the exit, this guy's like, oh, are you guys in line? He had like his 3 kids. We're like, oh no, we're not waiting in line. So they step in line, and the next thing you know, I see the dad go through the exit and just starts looking around. I was like, bruh, it literally said
And then
10 people, and he went through the exit too.
And then you just look at the kids and they're just like embarrassed. Like,
Like-
you ever have those moments where you're like, you're just getting secondhand embarrassment from your parents? for
Like your
doing
parents
weird
did
things.
something where like it literally says do not do, and they still do it.
They literally did like.
And I'm
face
like
masks.
so
People,
embarrassed.
I hate those people. It's like with the people with the mask, they don't cover the whole
Oh,
nose
yeah.
like
Oh
this.
man,
There were so many people in the mall like that. Like, they didn't even have the
I was
mask
walking
on
to
either.
Macy's and there was an old lady like walking without her mask on, and I'm like, what?
I'm pretty sure people are afraid to speak up.
I just
But they
didn't-
don't,
Oh, yeah,
they're
for
like,
sure.
oh yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Yeah, you're not gonna
It's
do
sad
shit.
that like you can't speak up on it because like
Because of the repercussions.
yeah, with like how you see like on the internet.
Because everybody's been cooped up for so long. Everybody's social anxiety is like through the roof.
No.
I mean, like
If I say it, I'll call them out.
Really.
I'll call
we
my
get
shit
people
out.
coming all the time like, hey, do you have like a face mask? And we're like, oh shoot, I'm so sorry. Like I promise, like I'm not those people. I just totally forgot.
I mean, you are one of those people.
There's
You
a
step in
sign.
that door, bro.
We're
I
big.
literally
It
have
says it
4
right there.
signs that you missed that you walked by and you totally just didn't even think about it.
Man, like Tony, man.
Who the
What?
fuck is Tony?
Oh, I saw Saturday when I was
GTA?
working. Tony Stark.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, okay.
You over
Yeah.
just respect the legend, bro.
No, this is right.
Don't respect the legend.
No, there was a customer that walked in where we were, where our family business is, and there was like 2 large signs, or I don't know how many signs there is. In the
I have like 4.
Okay,
And
like
customers
4
walk
large
by to
signs
get to
saying
the front.
mask is required. He walks in without a mask, and I told him, "Oh, a mask is required." And he gave me like a big attitude. I was like, "Oh, do you have a mask for me?" And I was like, I gave him a mask. We do have a mask, but like he expects me to just have a mask for him all the time. Like that's not every place has a mask for
He
you.
had a hard accent or no?
No, he didn't.
No.
He's just a regular dude.
Yeah, dude could be Italian, dude.
Oh, man.
Good
Uh,
Italian.
No,
No, he's not Italian.
I was
He's
up
Italian.
there and I heard.
He's just a regular like dude.
Oh,
Yeah, because you know they get mad hella easy, bro. Italians they get hella mad easily.
Also, pasta.
But no, like after that, I asked him, and he was on his phone. Like I asked him if he wanted any utensils for his meal, and he just on his phone. And then I was like, I could repeat it multiple times, and he's like, "Oh, I couldn't hear." And it's like, "Well, don't go on your phone, and if you're not listening or
Yeah,
something."
I had like headphones in.
No, he didn't have any.
No,
headphones in.
I was there.
How did I hear you?
I went up there towards the end, and Jason said it 3 times. I looked at this guy. I'm like, this is awkward. Like he's just not
No,
here.
look.
Jason asking, And then he's just on his phone, just like as Jason was asking those 3 times, and he looks up the 3rd time, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm hard of hearing," and then just looks back at his phone.
Yeah, and then I took his
How old is
order.
How old do you think he is?
I don't know. He's probably like
A grandparent.
grandparent. But he's not like
You know, they can't multitask.
yeah. I know that's true,
Just
but
like most people, they can't multitask.
that's why it's like maybe
when I'm talking
she
to
feels hard
Selena or Justin, they
You're so zoned in to like
Yeah,
what
they're-
you're doing.
Yeah, I tried being loud.
when they're on their phone, they're about
You need
game
that.
over.
They need that athletic field voice.
But then after that, like
That's where
after
you
he
get
came to
loud.
pick up his order, he was actually like a
You
lot
yelled at-
nicer too.
You yell about my mom.
What kind of
The louder.
What?
The louder.
No,
No,
this is my quiet voice. I have to.
This is our.
You think this is loud, bro?
That's your quiet voice. Should we
Bro,
play the
when
game?
you say
Penis
hey,
then?
bro, you know what that reminds me of, Jason?
Play the game.
Freaking
Have you heard of
Lego.
that game?
Yeah.
I think you and Leon should do that game right now.
What?
What?
The penis game.
What's the point?
Oh,
I don't know how loud can you get.
It's gonna sound like the same. Like once we get to the
Yeah,
beach.
Should
it
we
doesn't-
open the window then?
What is it with you and the penis game, Selena? You always bring it up
Yeah.
whenever
Yeah.
you're together.
When she thirsty, bro.
Hey, listen, it's a
Run it up.
Hey, that's the mood right there. That's the mood. Man, that's it's like, no, I'm not crazy.
I feel like we play Valorant on Thursday. That's what we all gonna say.
That shit could be
You know,
fun.
Brody's gonna be saying
I know. Brody's gonna be saying that.
Man, he's gonna be like, fuck this.
No, that's the one game he doesn't get, man. He don't get
You'll have a
that.
whole edit be like, if you record that, put on TikTok.
Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be good. For
Make
the
that your
TikTok.
sound.
There's actually is a sound that's I was showing them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the original sound was with a frog. Like
I
these
saw that,
guys
yeah.
found a frog.
I thought it would start off with that Valorant player.
I think
No,
no,
I
it
think-
will.
It may.
It started with the frog, then it went
And
into
then
Valorant.
Yeah.
Because one of the
One of the pro players is like, damn, he's eating, and they should know he saw the Jet missing all his shots.
Oh, the frog is so cute.
The frog.
When I heard that audio, I'm like, this is what it's like hanging out with my boy cousins and my brother. That's all I hear.
Who would want to hang out with us?
Who wouldn't want to?
Who
Or
wouldn't want to hang out with us? Like,
all right, comment down below if you want to hang out with them. Let me know. I'll arrange that play date for y'all.
no.
Yikes.
What? Who trying to hang out with you?
Bruh.
No fucking chill. Damn.
God. Please.
Just
Damn, Jamal. Go pull out the 9, man. Go pull out the 9, bro. Go pull out the 9.
Man, that shit funny. Oh,
You just imagine the Jacob in this podcast.
Oh my god.
You
My
just-
man. Oh shit! I forgot. He's sitting right there. He's not saying anything at all.
I don't think he would say anything.
You just.
Man, not saying anything. He'd be like that.
Unless we start talking about Twitch.
No, we're talking about Rainbow Six Siege. Oh yeah. I got a tip. I got a very good tip. Very good tip. No way you did.
Is that how he does it? I stopped. I don't really watch TikTok.
No, he's like,
His TikToks are like #1 way to get points in Valley.
Here are 3 ways you can get out of silver in Rainbow Six Siege.
Seeing Jacob on TikTok, I'm like, there's no way this dude is the same Jacob that I know because I've never seen him speak that much.
Yeah, I know.
exactly.
I didn't even
On
recognize
stream,
him. He's
too,
my
on
brother.
stream. He's so different on stream. He talks a lot more.
You ever see him filming those TikToks? Like, I just see him,
Mm-mm.
no?
He'll be wearing the robes though, and I'll recognize the outfits in the video.
Oh, you filmed it that day. See. That's sad though, because like he's not of age, so he's not getting paid for all those views.
Well, once he does,
He turns 18 in May.
So,
But like, there's new guidelines I just saw for TikTok. You have to have now 100,000 views in the past 30 days instead of 10,000. So now I'm not sure like when it
Wow.
changes,
Oh jeez.
are they gonna go back from like where like come from like my 10,000 continue from there, or is it gonna make those last 30 days? Because I definitely did not hit 100,000
Well,
That's-
that's
100,000
that's
plays.
plays. Well, I have probably like over 500,000 plays, but like it says like within the last 30 days, and they're gonna change it. So I'm not sure like because like
Oh,
I
I thought it was
already-
like per video. Like, oh, you need to get average at least 100,000 plays per video, and that'll last 30 days.
no, so like I have the check mark for 10,000 views, and so you must have 10,000 views in the last 30 days. So like I already got that from like my first viral. But then now they're gonna change it. I'm not sure. Will they go back from like that first day when I first like got that check, or they're gonna go from February to now? Because it's gonna change in like 3 days, I think, or like 2 days. Yeah, the 25th. So I'll find out. I mean, I'm not even close to 10,000. I need like 8 more thousand followers. That's gonna fucking work, dude.
Yeah, that'd be hard. Dude, I hate those fucking guidelines. Get away. What's changing that
That's
shit?
so-
What's changing that?
I guess it's just so easy now to go viral. Like you'll never know like
Yeah,
what.
that's true.
I mean, for you.
What do you mean for me?
Us guys, we had to work our ass off.
Jacob gets like 100,000 views.
The
He's a
motherfucking
guy.
grind for 2 years, bro. He be grinding for like 3 years now, almost 3 years.
On Twitch? I mean, not
Yeah.
Twitch. I mean, TikTok.
Shit, I don't know how long.
I don't know.
he's been
I don't
on
know
TikTok.
how he does it with TikTok, to be honest, though.
Well, I mean, he has a certain like topic, like category that he only talks about. So like, I can understand like why people keep going back because he talks about only like Siege.
It's a Siege community.
Yeah, the Siege community. It's
Yeah, they always ask him like, "Oh, I'm in this division.
Yeah.
How do I do good?" That's it.
at first
That's all
I had
see a
no
lot.
idea
That's all I
why.
see a lot. They always ask him like advice, like, "Oh, what
Yeah.
should I do?"
Just get good.
Just get good.
Just get good, bro.
Solo.
Just get a better gaming chair.
Just get good, bro.
Yeah, just get better.
Just get better friends to play with you.
Honestly, it's like, man, you
For
suck,
real.
man. You're out of the team.
I mean, that's actually how he words it, low key, though.
Yeah.
He doesn't work like that. He would say it like in a nice.
Find a different.
Yeah,
style
he'll
or
say
something.
like in the nicest way.
Yeah. Damn. All right. Well, damn. That's our time.
Yeah, that's the time for this episode. Any final words to say?
Is this?
I won that at round 1 when I was about to give up, and I was like, fuck it. Use my last points, and I just got it without even looking. I was like, ugh.
That's cap.
I
can
did.
live out
I think
looking.
Dad has one of these.
I was like, I give up. Like, this is like the easiest one. It's like the little grab and go. And I was like, and I got it. I'm like, oh shit. So if I just don't care, and it works.
Okay.
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 Well, anyways. Anyways.
Jacob's not here, but he's here.
I know. Watch Jacob watch. He's like, wow. My sayings are very popular.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyways, if you like the video, please like it so we know that.
Thumbs up, bro.
I mean, yeah, thumbs down if you don't like it. Just let us know. If you don't like it, thumbs down. If you like
No,
it, thumbs
It's
up.
okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Más o
It's okay.
menos, eh.
Leave in the comments what topics we should talk about. Share the video if you want to. I don't know. I mean, I would share this podcast on my social media.
I'm share this
But-
shit everywhere, man. You know, we're all about that good vibes, man. You know.
You smoking? Maybe fun. Anyways, we'll see y'all in the
What's
next
this bread, bro?
podcast episode. Bye-bye.
got the drip 흘러넘쳐 got